we sold in 11 days. B, we got a great price. It was like at the top end of our range, which was fantastic. And it was just the advice along the way. Like we had both the agent and the vendor advocacy explaining the process, what should happen, here are your options, what do you want to do? You know, they clearly were making recommendations, and we'd be a fool not to take them because it just made sense. So yeah, could not be happier with the result.
Essentially, they made it so simple. I've never sold a home before, and it's quite a daunting prospect, and especially given the amount of agents that are out there, and there are some that are a little bit shonky, and you do meet people that are not genuine, and so to have somebody to kind of just fish through all that stuff and advise us on who is going to be the best and working for our best interests was really powerful for us.
And we figured that with an advocate, they're more likely to know actually what to look for, where we'd end up just sort of going with the one with the biggest, almost glossiest brochure if we'd just spoken directly with agents. So to actually talk with someone who actually knows the industry, deals with it every single day, just made a lot of sense. We live a long way out of the city, so honestly we thought we'd have to go to the office. And so he said, no, we'll come out to you. It's like, fantastic. We spent all of our time traveling into the city. So that first part was the impressive piece. He was going to come to our home, which made sense. You got, of course, to see our home. And it was rather unique. It was a bit different. It was a mud brick home for a start. We thought, even was that the sort of thing you'd be even putting on your books? So Ben came, he's very personable, so that just made a lot of sense. We felt really at home and was able to answer every one of my questions. And I was really detailed, like, okay, what if this happens? What if this happens? He had an answer for pretty much everything.
He did, very upfront about all the ins and outs, which really impressed me from the get-go as well.
And there was no sales pressure either. We appreciate that this is a business and that they clearly make money as part of sharing the commissions with the eventual agent. But it was more about the process by which the sale occurred that just made a lot of sense. It's like, oh great, there's no tactics here where people are going to feel under pressure. So it was a no-brainer. Like, we did not need to talk to anybody else. That meant that someone else could do all the work. All we had to do was decide that yes, Vendor Advocacy Australia was the place to go. And then Ben would look after everything else.
And there's so much to consider when you're selling a house anyway, and so much to do in terms of getting your garden ready, getting the house ready. And because we'd never been through that before, that was in itself very overwhelming. So again, to have Ben taking care of all the finer points and details, a weight off the mind.